I think it's important for people to realize, and the thesis of the book with Professor Binder was that the politicians are very much sort of intertwined with the operational aspects and the targets and the goals of the Federal Reserve. Um, when Janet Yellen was to be installed as the subsequent Fed chair to Ben Bernanke, Bernanke was asked if he had any advice for the incoming chairwoman, and he said, "Remember, Congress is our boss." Um, and
Mm.
whether it's the president who's putting that pressure, Trump in his own inimitable way, but LBJ put a lot of pressure on
Hmm.
McChesney Martin back in the day. Nixon, of course, enormous pressure on Arthur Burns.
Mm.
Both of those to devastating effects. Right? We talked about the '70s sort of inflation debacle. That was a lot of presidential pressure, but Congress can do the same. Just for example, Mark, we had Ted Cruz last week float the idea of ending the ability of the Fed to pay interest on reserves, a torpedo at the banking system, a real would sort of really complicate the Fed's ability to conduct open market operations, lose control of the front end. That's a sitting
Mm.
senator, an important senator, as they all are, particularly in the majority. But there are lots of ways that a politician and elected officials, in Congress and certainly in the Oval Office, um, can mess around with or change the operating agreement of the Federal Reserve.